Howdy folks, Bluesboyjag here, yet another 3-string cigar box guitar lesson. It's the great Ray Charles, and what'd I say? 3 strings tuned to open G, that's an A string, tuned down to G, and a D string tuned normal to D, and a 3rd string G tuned normal to G. So it's an A string tuned down to G from a regular guitar, and a D string tuned normal, and a 3rd string G tuned normal. Alright, this is really cool. It's funky. It's got a couple of tricky parts here and there, but we'll just jump right in here. Alright, so we're going to start out doing, I'm using my fingers by the way. You can use a pick. I never use a pick with the cigar box guitar. I just don't like how it feels. So I'll show you how to do it with the pick as well. So when we start out on this particular song, we're going to be on the 9th fret, 3rd string. And I'm jumping across to the next string with my 3rd finger. So it's... Then I jump over to the 1st string, 7th fret with my 1st finger, and I jump up to the 9th fret. So it's... It's a little tricky because that 2nd note gets 2 plucks, which is kind of hard to do. Now I'm using my fingers, so if you use a pick, it's going to look like this. Notice how I'm putting a click in there with my pick. Real close. Here's the trick. Notice I'm putting the click in and then I'm playing that middle string twice. Okay, so we're going to take that pattern and we're going to do it for all 3 chords of this song. So that's the 1st chord. Do it twice. Now we're going to move down to the 2nd fret and play the 4 chord of the 3 chord blues, and we'll play that same riff. It's going to look different because we have open strings, so the fingering is different. Real slow. That might sound kind of weird. That's because I'm playing it pretty slow. It is pretty fast, and at first this might seem impossible, but after about 2 or 3 minutes of doing it over and over, you'll slowly kind of slide into the groove. Now, look at the picking hand. Notice how I'm putting that empty click in there. So we're doing that riff on all 3 chords. 3-chord blues. That's the first one. Here's the second one. Back to the first one. Now we do the next one right here. So I did a real short one. 3rd fret. So I split the riff in half, which is really cool. Pretty common, but really cool. Alright, so I'm going to do the main riff slow. Y'all are probably saying, that ain't slower. So let's go slower. Again. Can you hear that? Right in the middle of that. If you're using a pick, down, up is an absolute requirement on this. Isn't that just really cool? It's a really neat riff. Now take your time on that, start out slow. One thing I'm going to really zero in on just for a second, I mentioned it earlier, but the timing is kind of weird at first. It might seem kind of weird, but it's really critical. Real slow. It's that click that's really critical. And that's an upstrum on that click. It's just a click. I'm not playing a note. It's just a click. It's pa-da-da-da-da, pa-da-da-da-da, pa-da-da-da-da. So it's a click and then real notes. That last part right there is 4th fret to the 9th fret. And then you start singing. Do, 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 do. And that's the 4th fret again to the 9th fret. Da, da, da. Then he goes to the 4 chord, which is down here. So what you're going to do is play the chords, which is an A to a G to an A, barring on the 2nd fret. So. Now we're going to go down here. We're on the 2nd fret. So that's up here, 9th fret to 7th. Same thing down here, 4 to 2. So it's sings the next verse and does all that again. After all that part, it goes. So we're going to start up, we're going to slide up, and we're going to start on the 9th fret. 12th, 16th. to the 2nd fret, which is a huge jump down. And we're going to play that middle string. Again, picking pattern is really critical. Start with the up, not the down. So when I'm doing that chord, you're doing that up. He's singing there. I'm playing the same chord progression, but now it's a different strum pattern. So notice that first riff is long gone. We haven't repeated the intro riff the same way. We've been playing the same chords now, but it's a different kind of rhythm to it. So how would you solo in this particular song? Well, this is the key right here. So how do we figure out the key? Well, if you know your chords, it starts with a G. We're tuned to open G, so no fingers is a G. 2 frets up is going to be an A. 2 frets up is going to be a B. 1 more is a C. And then a D. And E. So E is the key. All right, let's go over that one more time. That little rhythm there is a little bit funky. Well, it's actually a lot funky. Real slow. That's where he sings the verse. So it's a little tricky because you're jumping around a lot, but start out slow. I'm simply barring all the way across with my first finger on 7 and 9. Second fret, back up to the 9th. That's a really cool lick. It's a little tricky. You're using the pick on the 2nd string, 2nd fret, and you're doing a down, up with the pick. Then you're immediately jumping to the 3rd string, which is the tricky part. So you're gonna have to go from here to here. It's not an open, it's jumping over to the 2nd fret, 3rd string. And I'm doing a lot of choking here. What I'm doing is barring. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can bar, and then you can kind of unsqueeze your fingers together to kill it. Or you can go out like this. I'm barring, and I'm flopping these fingers down to kill it. And I'm also lifting up that finger a little bit, I guess, now that I think of it. So if you haven't played these funky type chords on a cigar box guitar, chances are most people haven't done this a whole lot, because most cigar box guitar songs are slide and you're going up this way, or you're playing simple, that kind of a thing, which is totally different. This is a piano song moved over to the guitar. On a regular tuned 6-string, it's probably going to be easier than this, maybe, but maybe not. because you get some free chords here, or some free notes here, because you're tuned open. I just dropped my pick. Anyway, that should get you going. Please subscribe to my channel and check out my website, jagshouse.com. Cigar box guitars just like this one since 2004. 20 years. It's hard to believe. And we'll see you next time.